Previously on Dual Destinies.
Watch this. Oh, I can use a bow and arrow in one hand. I can even drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. But operating the crane itself is so complex. It requires both hands. Uh-oh.
Okay, so where were we?
Please tell me that's a ketchup stain. Yeah, I'm sure it is. You wish my hand was injured and required surgery. That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. Oh. I've already verified this with the hospital's treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say. So how did you hurt it? Oh, are we here for 20 questions? I see no need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case. 2 hands are required to operate complex machinery such as a crane. So, ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. So was I wrong? Usually if your answer is wrong, they don't go that far with it. But, I mean, I don't know, there's a first time for everything. I planned on moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. Wanting to keep my part-time job a secret, I had to do it just before the mock trial instead. Okay. Well, now that the defense's sophistry is laid bare, I would have the court recall my claim. Sophistry? I've never seen that word. I'm gonna go look that up. Future self, put the definition up on the screen. Let's get some educational value into these videos, huh? The body was dropped out of the 3rd floor window to a mat near the maintenance area. So why would you even need a crane then if it was done that way? I guess we're trying to prove that it wasn't done that way, and I still think it wasn't. Then a ball cart was used to move it to the stage. See, I've been paying attention. Well done, your baldness. Now consider this. The accused was sighted dragging that mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. Right. Well, I think you were on the right track, Athena. You do? Yeah, Juniper remains the prime suspect if we assume the body was moved per her script. So as a defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. But, was he telling me to think of another way besides the crane? Yeah. I already know what it is, too. If you have a counter-argument, this court would love to hear it. And if you do not, it's time for the verdict. Isn't that correct, about this?
Objection!
Nope! I can make more than one mistake. But if we do that, then that brings up the question of what was she doing with the mat, or what was the mat's role in any of this at all. There is a sword of great renown that cuts down sophistic lawyers. Its name is evidence. That was a good line. You don't scare me. Force a smile, Athena. You can do it. What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's a weird mix of terror and a creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. How can anyone lower it without just dropping it? It's not like it could fly. Or maybe it could. After all, there is a way to zip between the art room and the stage. Yeah, oh, you're making it too obvious now. There's a hole in the zip line, you gotta... Shut up! Someone could have easily used that thing. Go ahead, tell me. Oh yes, of course. Miss Sykes, the court would like to see what you have for us. All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of a possibility. The mat and ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used. Alright, where is it? Alright, where is it? Why haven't they found it? Veruca, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time! Let's see. I don't see it in this photo. I don't see it in that one either. School banner. A large banner that was hung by a wire between the stage and art room. Okay, maybe this? Because I don't really see the wire in any of the pictures. Not that I've really spent that much time looking, but I'm going to try it. The key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together. Might I propose an idea? It might do you well to tie your lips together, lest you further expose your ignorance. Might do... Oh, he did it again. He made it funny. I made it funny. This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackwell. What? Anyway, the court will recall the wire on which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in the school banner from the art room. Now consider this. The body could have easily been lowered down to the stage via this wire. Thank you! I knew it!
Objection!
There it is, I hear it.
Objection!
Oh, that's my phone. Jeez, man, shut up. Not now. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? There you go. Now that doesn't match the script, does it? I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying.
Objection!
I've no patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. Your claim is as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high wire act. If you have an actual objection, just come out and say it. I trust you recall the bloodstains left on the art room pottery. If the wire had been used to move the body, it would have to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the bloodstained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. I don't think the answer is as simple as that the blood just splattered over there, though. Ergo the what? Because they wouldn't do that. Like, they wouldn't bring up something like that and then just have the answer be, oh, the blood splattered over there. Haha, the bloodstained pottery. I remember that. This doesn't look good. We'll be back to the math theory if you don't do something. Well, Miss Sykes, I hope you have something better this time than a circus act. Dude, that thing that I did just now was good! If my wire theory is true, the blood on the pottery must not have been blood at all. Oh, not have been the victim's blood. Yeah, it's his blood, isn't it? So we just saw he had an injury. Maybe it's not the victim's blood. Did the police check to see from whom the blood on the cotter came from? Because while they're at it, maybe they should check and see for whom the bell tolls. Shame on you, Sykes Dono. Have a little more respect for the constabulary. Wow. Oh no. Fulbright. Looks like they didn't check it. Oh! Don't let it get you down, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't let it bring you down. It's holy castles burning. Find someone who's turning. You will come around. Yeah, press it all the way, baby. Your boldness, I demand that the blood on the pottery be analyzed this instant. Of course. Shouldn't take long to get the results back. And fast forward 17 minutes. What do we got? Oh my, that was quick. The bird did it! Or history if it turns out to be the victim's blood. It's not. Oh man. It's Hugh's blood, it has to be. It seems the blood was not from the victim. Well, what? Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved with this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Connor. There you go! Got him! Score! Oh, man. I don't know why that thought never crossed my mind, that the blood could have been his, the blood on his hands. Yeah, we did see that. Didn't this happen in a movie once, too? Like, somebody had blood on their hands? Okay, here's the other thing now. I'm not sure I'm not entirely convinced that he sustained a wound in a struggle with the victim. I think he might have got it some other way. Well, I mean, we'll go with that for now, but...
Objection!
Objection! It's just so gnarly. There's but one way now to turn aside her blade, but do not cast the blame on me. Your grudge is with Stono, for it is she who forces me to expose your secret. Fine, whatever. Wow, how much dirt does he have on this guy? The court will observe this odd-looking envelope. It was inside that Miriam Scuttlebutt's script was found. There was that too. Jeez. All these different scripts, man! But didn't the prosecution already claim that this envelope is the one that contained her script? Circumstances have changed. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all. Because of the blood on it. Jeez. Ugh! I know. Indeed, you can clearly see that if this envelope is not opened correctly, a powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Professor Court. Huh. Miriam wasn't kidding when she said that. Ah, so she knew. Our genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. Wow. Don't worry, Athena, the wound isn't that deep. I've still got the wire theory. Yeah, I've got it. I know. Since the blood by the window overlooking the Vagrants area isn't the victim's, there's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and banner. I mean, that's good, as long as we can hang on to that. But I don't think we will. You call yourself a lawyer. Don't you see the glaring contradiction in your thinking? Huh? The court would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out. Well, if he has one. How can you adhere to such outdated beliefs, but whatever. It seems you've forgotten the two statues that were alongside directly below the wire. A body sent sliding down that wire would have crashed into them. Care to explain that away? It did crash into them, that's why they fell. I believe he's right. The statues and the wire are extremely close together. What if they did collide? Wait, that's it! That's exactly it! Tell him, Athena, we got this, man. Speaking of those statues, see, I don't know about the other one, though, because if it fell and just landed in the middle of the stage, what would have knocked the other statue over? Unless it's swung one way and then swung back the other, like a pendulum or something? I don't know. Oh, oh my god, I love these silhouettes. But if we assume the body crashed into them... that would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room. Oh, now that you mention it... you and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard that sound, correct?
Objection!
We sure did. So the body just landed there when we... oh man. Not very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it that you heard said sound? It was a little after the mock trial had started. Mr. Wright and I were practically bored to tears there in the waiting room when... oh? Precisely. If that sound you heard did happen while the body was being moved. Oh, but then it couldn't have been him because he was in there doing the trial. Yeah. Shoot. Did they maybe set it up somehow to fall later or something? Oh no, that's right, he saw it before. Oh, he brought this up like numerous times, too. Unless he was lying about that. Oh. Well, maybe the noise we heard wasn't the body being moved then. The focus was on those 3 suspects because the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion, therefore, contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Objection!
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Both sides still lack incontrovertible evidence. So should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? Good point. Were you lying? Prosecutor Blackwell is on our side. Well, Brittany's figured out the truth behind this case. Well, great. As long as he's not up to something else. Yeah, but is it though? I mean, it probably was, but... Uh-oh. Edit out this scratching. Wow. This guy's in trouble now. This is actually going so much better than I thought it would. Now, out with it. Did you truly witness the body? Or were you just lying about it? Well, which is it? You what? We're like both teaming up on this guy. It's so good. You never saw the body. And there it is. Just like that. Are you sure about that? Lie to this court again and I'll charge you with perjury. You should charge him with perjury anyway, because he already did. There was no body on that stage. I've been lying about that this whole time. I'm sorry. Wow. Yes, we've exposed Hughes' big lie for what it is. Why did he lie about this to begin with? He was trying to cover up for somebody, probably. The base premise that the body was moved before the mock trial has been overturned. Oh, a deep impact. Well, first I'd like to thank the prosecutor. This brings us one step closer to the truth. Now at least we know the body was moved using the wire and school banner. Indeed, that much I shall concede. Sykes Dono. The body was moved as you stated, and in the midst of the mock trial. Yeah, but that's a problem though, because whoever moved it was in on it, right? And it couldn't have been anyone who was at the mock trial, because they were at the mock trial. Yeah, it is. Oh, boy.
Objection!
How simplistic. Did you forget about the student in charge of the audio? Why do they always have a way of saying these things like 2 seconds after it crosses my mind? Amidst the mock trial, she was the one soul who could leave and re-enter the lecture hall. What's this? Who is this person in charge of the audio? No, yeah, it was. That picture of her, oh my god. Why is Judy so large in this shot? She ate a lot of Twinkies. But how far would the audio have to be? Like, wouldn't they want to set it up so that she wouldn't have to go 2 miles to do whatever? Uh-oh, have another sneeze. Indeed, the one who could enter the auth room amidst the mock trial to remove the body was none other than the accused Juniper Woods, before she was in charge of the audio. Oh, crap. Did he, like, see that coming from the beginning? Or probably just accounted for that possibility. Like, if we did figure it out, he would just have that card to play, but if we didn't, well, then we'd just be stuck in the stalemate we were in before. No matter how you slice it, we're cooked. And here I thought Prosecutor Blackwell was on our side, at least on this issue. The Twisted Samurai strikes again. Just twisted? It's more like dirty rotten. I mean, not really. He's going by the truth. Yobal, this is his time to put an end to this farce. The prosecution has presented a quite convincing case. But the defense has one last chance to voice any remaining objections. Well, Miss Sykes, let me think for a second here. I've been trying to think of something, but I'm drawing a big blank, too. Man. Poor Judy, unless we figure out something, she'll be... Objection. Well, I object to... Oh, what is it? Is it Edgeworth? Oh, it's you. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Stop right there. All ears to me. It's time you heard about the rare genius of Hugh O'Connor. And suddenly his dialogue is centered. Listen and you will hear the secret behind my perfect crime. Oh no. What's he doing? I know. He's gonna try to deflect the suspicion back to himself now again. Jeez Louise, man. I don't believe this. Man, you're just throwing out those sayings now. They don't even mean anything anymore. Kneel before my great and maddening intellect.
Objection!
Alright, kneeling. Enough. The only thing maddening is the ignominy you bear for all to see. For it is impossible for you to have been the perpetrator behind this crime. Well, here's the thing that I've that's been wondering about this. The person who moved the body is not necessarily the person who killed her, but they would still be an accomplice, though. Huh. He's not done yet, is he? Wow. Jeez. Is he just like an idiot savant or something? He just had that one moment where, you know... Oh, jeez. You won't believe this, but I used a body double. What?
What the fuck?
That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. That means I didn't almost lose. My body double almost did. I slipped out stealthily while my double took care of the trial. I had the run of the campus. In short, I'm the killer. Juniper's innocent. You have just basically... I know, I'd like... that silence there just now. Well, no, it's not just you, Your Honor. All I got from listening to that was a headache. Yeah, that was just plain weird. Especially the whole thing about a body double. These are not them! These are their stunt doubles! Well, I'm relieved it's not just me and the prosecution. Your baldness. Summon an ambulance this instance. The witness is stark raving mad. Yes, I think that would be for the best. Oh, jeez. Now then, let's pretend that never happened and move on to my verdict. You people don't believe me? It's not a matter of not believing you. It's more along the lines of questioning your sanity. Yeah, the funny farm just called. They want their genius back. Holy crap. Shut your pie holes. The intellect of a genius transcends even logic. Besides, don't you guys have that weird device for testimony like this?
Objection!
What, you want to take a polygraph? Oh. No, even better. I'd like to see this. Yeah, I want to do this one. This is against my better judgment, but I'd like to conduct a short therapy session. That boy needs therapy. Your better judgment. I'm a judge, and it's far beyond mine, yet I find it very hard to say no. Prosecutor Blackwell, I trust you have no objections. Prosecutor Blackwell? Where did he go? Wow, really? How's he get away with stuff like that? I mean, I don't know. Then I'll interpret that as meaning he has no explicit objections. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your therapy session. Okay, well, I've seen my share of crazy trials, but this one takes the cake. I'll tell you, man. Oh, man, this has been full of surprises. So here we go. Swing! Uh-oh. Why? Really? Okay. Duh. Okay. I don't get it. His confession is overflowing with happiness. That he enjoys thinking how us mouth breathers can't comprehend his genius? Oh my god. But this goes way beyond normal happiness. He seems to take an insane level of delight in his confession. Even a normal level of delight would be weird for a confession. Then again, he's not what I'd call normal. Why are you confessing? Who is this really for? I feel like that's the key to his out-of-control emotion. Oh my god. You seriously expect us to believe that a Danganronpa killer put on a human mask? Is it just happiness at her being innocent, probably? I mean, that seems like... That seems like the most obvious thing. Mr. O'Connor, yesterday you said that you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. That's true, though. He did say that. But maybe that was a lie, too. This guy's a regular old Kokichi, isn't he? Sure's got the hair for it, too. Yeah. She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. My confession has always been about one thing and one thing only, the truth. Mr. O'Connor, you feel great happiness in the fact that you might help set Miss Woods free. So much so that it overshadowed all of your other emotions. What are you... I can hear it clearly now, Mr. O'Connor. The discord you've been trying to suppress. People don't normally feel like you do when you confessed. So he really was trying to protect Juniper. Yes, I'm sure of it. Hugh's feelings for her are the real deal. Ooh. So again, with a 90% here. Do we have like another big secret coming here or something? Jeez. How many more can there be? Finally figured out the obvious, have we? Is he Dak?